This is Hot Mike.
Hot Mike.
On the networks of WDAY.
WDAY.
Here's Dom Izzo. It's that time. An author.
Offensive production, number 1. Number 2. I forgot.
Golfer.
It'd be like going on a 3-person best shot, and we were saying, Kolpack, you got to make a 25-footer every time. You wouldn't putt first. I'd have Tim putt first.
And one heck of a TV personality.
This game is for the Cooper Cup.
It's the Forum's Jeff Kolpack.
4. I should have yelled 2.
All right, here he is. I'm looking at our analytics. They skyrocket when Kolpack comes on at 10 o'clock on a Monday. His appearances are brought to us by Northwestern Mutual. Appreciate that.
I think it's time for a new intro.
Really?
Well, that's Chris Kleiman pre-stressed from college football.
That's fantastic. I don't want to change that.
That was Brock Spack, Illinois State from
So
2008.
2012, if I remember right.
Whatever,
That's a classic.
close.
I'm not going to mess with that. All right, we got a couple. I had a whole plan of things I wanted to get to, but
this
we
uniform
have
thing has
breaking
got me for a tizzy.
news here out of the NDSU football Twitter account. I got to get the audio ready on this. This video was just posted by the NDSU football account. Go ahead, we'll play it now. Here we go.
Our Under Armour has a surprise for you for our home opener against SEMO. So let's take a look.
Thunderstruck. That's it.
Well, it's obviously something they've never seen before, right?
Right. That's the only thing
It's
I
got to
can
be
think
all
of.
white. Or is it green helmet, white, or...
Okay, so let's go your
Because
first.
yellow was already unveiled in spring. So that one, I've gotten that reaction.
You're
would it
right.
not?
Your first point, let's just hammer that for a second.
Okay.
It has to be a look that they've never worn before, right? So they've done, obviously, the green, white, green. They have done all green. They have done the yellow, green. Well, I want to talk about that in a second because that's actually applicable for the season opener. We were there for the Under Armour unveiling press conference. We talked to Polasek about different helmets. We specifically you brought up the white helmet, and there was
and he didn't
there
disagree.
was a grin on his face.
Yeah.
There was just something. I'm not making this up, folks. There was just something there. I think you're onto something. If not all white, then maybe green helmet, white jersey, white pants. But that reaction would lend me to believe that they're doing something that they've never done before.
You know who would be really happy about an all-white look at home? You know, the whiteout like everybody does?
Yep.
Shields. Apparel sales. Everybody's got to run out and get their white jersey.
Yep.
Oh,
So
I know people who work at Shields, and they say on Saturday, and he goes, and they said, you won't believe it.
yeah,
People will go in there on Saturday morning and spend throw
Crazy.
$500 on just stuff.
well, we were. Remember they had a press conference about the Harvest helmet. I'll never forget that when they introduced that. Greg Bowlby rolling over in his grave. He's not even dead yet on the when the Harvest helmet came out.
Oh.
But how big a deal that was. You remember we did the gold jersey. Bull detested it. Remember? Because if they lost in it, he was going to go burn them in that dumpster behind the dome.
If it's all yellow, guess who my first call is going to be?
Yes.
Craig Bull.
As he said to me, that come on, Dom, that's in our open to start Hot
yeah,
Mic,
yeah.
that is in reference to my question
Yep.
about wearing
Really,
all
Dom?
yellow. Really, Dom? That was 2011, 2012 callback.
I'm serious. It will be my first call or text or whatever.
So, but my only counter to the all yellow, it was the spring showcase. But not everybody saw it.
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean? And only half the team wore it. Raja Nelson, I asked him about it at fall camp 2 weeks ago. He said, I'm still leading the charge. You know, Code Green the defense has had the all green look. Why can't the offense have all yellow look?
So they are begging us to dig into this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I had actually stuff to do today.
I know.
And now now I got to figure out that. So we'll see. Now, on other ridiculous uniform content, you tweeted this out Friday. The Citadel, speaking of all white out, is going to do that for the Bison game to start the season. They're going to wear all white, meaning NDSU has to wear darker jersey. We dug into this. The Bison are going to wear
The gold.
an old school look. They have not done this in 10 years. The gold helmet, gold jersey, and the green pants, with the thought that the uniforms are cooler than the all green, because that was obviously the
It's
two
about
options
the
they
temperature,
had.
and that's obviously why the Citadel is going all white. Is it too early for the long-term forecast, I guess,
No,
for Charleston?
no, it is not.
What are we looking at?
So I have, let's see here, on my Storm Tracker app,
the
because I have it
humidity
saved
is going to
now.
is what
Correctamundo.
is the key.
So here we go. The long range for Charleston now, 10 days out. The day we get there, 85. That's not bad.
No.
Low of 73, so that's typical. Now you're worried about, because hurricane season has started.
I saw that this morning.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. And
Texted one of my friends.
and you're not.
that.
I mean, we're not going to make light of that, but that's obviously a concern. As hurricane season is rolling now in that part of the world, but it's going to be warm. It's 11 a.m. kickoff on a Saturday. It's just, for whoever's going to the game, be prepared that it's going to be hot.
Well, they have Jim Kramer, who has a little experience in dealing with hot weather, and I'm sure that has already well started on hydration and what the things they're going to do as far as nutrition. As far as, I know, is salt still a thing? Is that
Pickle juice, I've heard. Pickle juice
juice
is the thing they've been going with. I asked that on Media Day a week ago Friday, and that was what they've been loading up on. And they turned the AC off, as we know, in the indoor practice facility, so to get ready for the humidity of what Charleston will bring. The problem is, like the long-range forecast here, the end of the week is cool. It's not anywhere what you expect for
I don't know. And then
August.
turn on the heat in the indoor facility.
The only thing we have to deal is the smoke, but I don't think that's going to get you ready for what Charleston has to bring, at least weather-wise.
Montana, yes.
Correct.
Charleston, no.
Email comes in. Dom, you're forgetting an obvious one. Chrome helmet, Kolpack.
Ooh. It would have to be a chrome yellow.
Probably. And then all white jersey? Boy, that would be sweet. Yellow numbers or green numbers? Never yellow numbers again, right?
Bless Scott Miller's heart. I mean, 2004, they have the
That's
new
right.
white jerseys with the yellow numbers, and it's raining out, and the conditions aren't great. Scott Miller is high above the press box at Northwestern State. Cannot see numbers in the second half. And Scott, as we all know, was a stickler for accuracy. And he just started, I think, just throwing out tackle by Craig Dahl, even though he wasn't sure. And I think after the game, he was just, he was just beside himself.
Yeah, I could see that totally. So, all right. So that's the breaking uniform news to get to. That totally threw off my rundown of actual topics to talk about with Kolpack. This is the final week of fall camp.
Yes.
We got some position battles I want to hit. Yeah, let's start right away, offensive line, because I think we may have a morsel, maybe more than that, to digest, that I think we know our group. And it might be Nate Tosted as the last member of the offensive line. He's been getting the reps at left guard. The kid from Roulette, that's him right there, big number 71, that might be finishing out the offensive line combination.
But as Tim Paulsek told us after practice, that it's not really set in stone until you get into conference play.
That's what he wanted.
Yep. And he goes, I think you asked him,
I did.
Do you really, are you set? I mean, do you need to get something going here? And he said, well, no, not really. I mean,
I got a more fiery response than that.
Did you?
Yes, I thought so when he answered.
Yeah.
But Nate Schneckloth and then the big kid, that's Ryan Babbitt's, the true freshman. I think it's between those three, and it's more of a story for us, Kolpack. I think we fixate on who's going to be the 5 starters. But your point is well taken there, that it's going to be set. He also added
said
7 guys that are going to play in the opener against the Citadel, and I think those are the other 2. Schneckloth and Babbitt's are going to be the other 2 guys that are going to play with the other 4 that we know.
Well, and he gave a couple veterans, I think, ample opportunity last spring.
Devin Lockerbie is one of them.
That comes to mind right away. Challenged him to take control and ownership. Evidently, that has not happened this fall. And Babbitt is
the real deal.
He's an interesting prospect.
Physically, he looks the part.
Not often.
No.
In NDSU, the way they develop linemen, not often you get a guy that comes in ready to play as a true freshman on the offensive line. A lot of times they're 6'6", 260.
Right.
Or 270.
Right.
This guy is around 3 bills right off the bat.
I'll look in the break, or maybe Eric can look.
Yeah.
But Billy Turner.
What
Billy's weight was
I
his
want to say like
freshman year.
285.
I can't remember.
Look it up,
But
Eric,
Billy's the last true freshman offensive lineman to play. Joe Haig was a redshirt freshman. Dylan Radins was a redshirt freshman. Those are the only ones that come to mind. Billy's the last one. So if Ryan Babbitts is in that class, then we're talking a really special player that potentially could be here.
And, okay, now let's look down the line, and we'll just open up to transfer portal stuff, and then you go back to say, well, you can probably go somewhere else, but we had guys stay here, we being NDSU talking, that and they stayed and they got drafted in the first round.
NDSU offensive line.
Mason Miller still hanging.
Has no need to. They can brag all they want. What was it? Friday night, Sundell and Gray Zabel are starting next to one another. 289. Yeah. Thanks, Eric. That's what Billy's weight was. 289. So that tells you what the offensive kind of talent that they have there. So that would be Bo Johnson at left guard. We think Tosted, and I want to get a couple minutes there on Nate. Nate was the 9-man player of the year. Stop me if you heard this one before. Another North Dakota 9-man offensive lineman rising up. Played at North Prairie. That's the combo of Roulette and Rolla. It's not Rock Lake. I got yelled at about that. It's Rolla and Roulette that he comes from. Polisek recruited Tosted when he was the offensive coordinator of Wyoming. So he's known Nate forever on this. This was Kansas State was sniffing around too on Tosted before he was the first to commit for the Bison class of 2024. Then you have Fraley, Empey, and then Josh Mangan looks like he's really took a stranglehold at right tackle. That would be the Bison starting offensive line at the Citadel.
Is it big enough? Do you have to be as big as you used to be? And I was told no.
Yeah.
And in talking to coaches, that with the different schemes now and the way things go about, you don't have to be 310 anymore. But you do need to be strong, powerful, and
you got to
explosive.
move. You got to be able to move, and I think Nate has shown that. I think that's a smart. I always thought he was a tackle, and I don't know what the difference is there to move inside. We've seen that happen plenty. How many times does that happen? Zabel played all over the line. Sundell was a center, then moved to tackle. Cody moved. I think there's some opportunity there. So that's one. The other is running back 2. We know Barika Penu is the leader there, is going to be the starter. It appears maybe DJ Scott
I think
is going to be the guy.
There's no question in my mind that it's DJ Scott. I just apparently in talking to the staff that they've had a hard time tackling him and getting a handle on this guy.
Yep.
And over time and over practice, that stuff comes to the forefront. I think DJ Scott certainly heads in as a number 2 back.
Miles Mitchell was the other.
He's right there,
and I
too.
think Mitchell is he's going to get plenty of reps. Who's another true freshman at the running back spot. I think Owen Johnson is in that gadget TK Marshall role for this upcoming season. He's going to have a role, but it's not going to be as the consistent between those three, between Barika, between Scott, and between Miles Mitchell.
It's the veteran guy role. You're there because
I think he brings something to them.
Yeah, but you're there. After so long and coming back so far, you just do whatever you want to do to get on the field, whether it's a couple carries or no carries or just block or 3rd down, 3rd and 6, go in there and block or take a screen pass. These guys, when you're there 4 or 5 years and you've gone through what he's gone through, I just think you're just happy to be part of the team.
Yeah, I think he'll have a role. It won't be as defined as what these 3 guys. Scott is a big guy too. But he's quick. And he has good hands. I think that's a spot you could see DJ out of the backfield, catching a pass and getting up the field. That's something that we've seen during our media availability at fall camp, that they've used him out of the backfield like that.
But again, doesn't it feel like fall camp's longer than usual? It's because they started on a Thursday.
Get ready, man. It's going to be even earlier next year. It's going to seem longer.
It's like 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to go for a bit.
Enough.
Oh, we still got a couple weeks to go.
Too many preseason games.
Oh, we're getting rid of those.
College football, too long of fall
Is there
camp.
any other positions that you're looking at?
Not really. No. I think everything else is pretty well set. I got a story going on Anton Booth, the transfer from JMU.
You're going to see him play.
He's going to play.
Yep.
But you got Shaquise Alexander, you got Jalen Duffy, and
ACA.
Yep.
Anthony Shadimi Alfaro.
And
that's the 4.
So I think those are the 4.
Yep. I think linebacker looks like It's set with Alex Elliott's injury because I think he was going to push to play. It's Staling in the middle. Then Donovan Woolen's just enjoy Donovan Woolen now. That's all I'm going to say because I don't know how long they can hold on to a guy like that.
And then you put a first-team All-American third on
and then
your
Logan
list.
Kopp is the other, right?
Don't forget about him.
I know, but that's the Bison linebackers. And then up front, you have Dutenheffer with Keenan Wilson, and that's another name that you're going to get to know at defensive tackle. And I think Kelton McCaslin has had a really nice camp. And we talked about this time last year. Remember, he was out with the knee injury. We really didn't get to see him after he had the plasma injection. He showed up against Missouri State. That was the regular season finale at home. And then the playoffs, Kolpack, he made a couple of big, against Mercer, he had a couple of big plays. If he's healthy, remember what he was like 2 years ago, just as a redshirt freshman?
He's on a doorstep there, but
look out.
But it starts with a Nene.
Toby's the guy, but
yeah,
I think
he's
Kelton,
the guy, but
Kelton could be right there. And then I think it's a couple of the defensive end transfers. The Chance Simons kid from Wyoming, Jack Giuliano from Albany, that are probably next up at the defensive end spot for NDSU.
well, they're all going to have to play, certainly the first 2 weeks in the heat.
Yep. That's at least position battles, what we're looking at there. We got a couple emails we're going to get to. Also, we've been asked to test Kolpack's golf acumen after what we saw yesterday with Scottie Scheffler. So
I'm
we'll
getting
break.
a couple text messages. We got to get back to the
You got more
jerseys.
uniform?
Yes.
Uniform. We're digging into that, folks. Again, it's for the home opener against SEMO. Bison are going to break out something new. Back on Hot Mic right after this.
Oh, the sleuths are at it.
First, we have another email coming. I'm going to read this one because this is pretty good. Hold on, I got to find. I have my email sound. They've moved everything on my computer here. Here it is. Dom, can you ask if Kolpack was wearing jeans in your Bison preview show that was on TV last night?
Yes, Halberstadt jeans.
I think we have a shot of it from our. There on the right. Halberstadt jeans? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, you're looking sharp there.
They don't
We're
like
not
it?
thrilled about that.
They don't like the jeans look?
They didn't like the jeans look. I don't know. All right, let's get back. The Twitter sleuths are out, Kolpack.
Yes.
It's got to be all white with the cold emoji. There was that in the video.
The cold emoji.
Cold emoji was there.
And then somebody had a white.
So other was Dom. There's a white arm
sleeve. Can we replay
sleeve.
this again?
I'm going with a white out.
Okay.
There was at the very end.
Where? Let's see it.
At the very end of the video, there is a player who's obviously modeling the uniform in front of the whole entire team. Has there has a white.
Oh. Oh.
Would it matter? Don't they have white arm sleeves for like the normal jersey combos? That's what we're left with, folks. That's what we got. I think you're onto something. You've sent out a couple messages. I've been quickly rebuffed.
I've been talking about it for 2 years.
The all white,
right?
the all white
Yeah.
combo. It may be longer than that.
I think they had white helmets in the 60s. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, they did.
Like 62 when they were 0-10.
Now, the only thing I would go on this as well, you'll remember, I think it was 21, the opener there, they wore the 1965 throwbacks.
I thought they were fantastic.
And they were great. They looked awesome. Would that get that kind of reaction? If they were wearing like a throwback jersey?
They already did it. No. Well, what kind of throwback jersey?
Like that, I guess, if they
Like
dug
the
up
white?
the whole white helmet. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it makes sense to me, too, because A, the reaction of the players.
Yeah.
B, it's something that tied into tradition, which is what I think would sell to the alums, raising money for some new uniform combo. So those two factors alone, it's no yellow green. All right, let's see it. We got more evidence. Oh, this is so fantastic.
They've been digging into it. What else did you find here?
Well,
so if you look like at his arm, you get.
There is a little.
There's a little white.
Yeah.
So it's probably
right. Top left corner. See that right about his arm? Right there. Yep. Right there where the mouse is. Yep.
That's it. It's got to be the whiteout.
Yeah. Well, for the home opener, they're going to have the banner raising. It's not necessarily a highlight opponent.
Well, you got to do
Southeast
something
Missouri
in
State.
SEMO, so yeah.
Man.
Just wait for Shields like a couple days before to drop the spoiler because they'll be selling the product.
I don't know if they're going to ruin this.
How many times, if McFeely's watching this segment, how many times has he rolled his eyes at you and me?
This one to the back of his head, and
Yeah.
they're staying there.
It's-
They're not
Yeah.
coming back on that one. But again, this is what people. NDSU was literally the last in the party. I'll never forget when we did the gold jersey, how Bull was just clenching his teeth the entire time, but they had never done it before, and they did that, and then they've never lost in them. Kolpack, they have never lost in the gold jerseys.
Yeah, Craig, very traditional. Goes back to Wyoming and gets rid of all that
Yeah,
stuff that they
they did
and
that
goes
too.
back to the brown and gold.
All right, so that's what we got there. I do have a couple other emails I wanted to get to, golf related. Another one that I wanted to read. Domke, yes, Jeff, how historic is Scottie Scheffler's year? Is this comparable to Tiger Woods in 2000?
Yeah, I saw a stat watching the tournament yesterday where he's got how many top 25 finishes in a row. And last person to do that was it Tiger? And then somebody, maybe Rory did it one year or something. But it's been a while.
It's just ridiculous. This shot yesterday was the creme de la creme of everything that he chipped in. And literally, his reaction was just so, mundane. Like, yeah, I knew it was going to go in.
Well, it's the timing, too. He had a one-shot lead, and this is what champions do. One-shot lead going into 17 and ends it right here.
Yeah.
It's just a certain gear that this golfer has that others don't have. A calm way of doing things when the heat is on.
Listen to this. This is his last 13 finishes. Ready? 2nd, 4th, 8th, 1, 1, 4, 7, 6, 8, 1, 3, 1. What?
I wonder how much money is that, too.
So I saw somebody throw out this idea, and this would be better. Because now Scheffler starts already 10 under par for the Tour Championship because he's the leader in the FedEx Cup points. This idea was thrown up by a golf writer, and I love it. Said, have Scottie start at 10 over and see if he can still win it, which he probably could.
Put a challenge to it.
Right? He probably still could come back and win the thing. It's just, I watched that live yesterday, and I knew he was going to win anyway before he made that shot. Like, come on, man.
The only difference, I think, right now with him and what Tiger did is Tiger had more of a flair about him. He had more he had more of an entertaining value to him, where Scottie is more by the book and again.
He won 2 majors this year, and he almost won the Masters.
If Tiger would have hit that shot, there would have been
that's not to say that people don't go crazy for this guy, but it's just his demeanor is not that of. And he had the press conference of, a month ago where he said golf isn't the most important thing to him, and that's fine. But I think for those of us that follow the sport, he's just a machine, man. You just set your watch okay, 5 o'clock on Sunday, Scheffler's going to win. And that's what happened yesterday.
Just so steady.
Yeah.
One
last golf thing, and we mentioned this on our best of the weekend. Shout out to the old guy, Josh Persons, dominates at the Pine. He won 8 and 7. You're in golf. What is the equivalent of an 8 and 7 in football or basketball?
What did the Bison beat Murray State 59-6?
Yeah, 59-3, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's the equivalent, right?
Something like that.
I mean, you didn't even get to the back 9.
Yeah.
You played 2 holes on the back 9, and it was over. That guy's won everything. Congratulations to Josh. That's pretty good stuff to win the Pine.
And I like that some of these pro golfers who have come back to the area and now they got real jobs and getting their amateur status back.
Yep.
It's good for local amateur golf that the best players in the area are playing the tournaments.
Yes.
It's good for local golf. It's good for these college players to go against somebody who had
Played
been
everywhere.
in the wars.
Played everywhere. Correct.
All right. This is how it works at the big boy level, folks.
Yep.
And who did he play? Is a college player.
Ben Wood. Ben Wood out of Missouri he
Yep.
played.
And so these college players are getting a little dose of what reality is like at the higher levels. And that's great for local golf.
All right, you get back to the uniform sleuthing here, all right? Good luck on that, and maybe you can break it for us here before September 13th. Okay?
There's a few people that know, obviously, and they are already, they're Ziploc.
There's how many people you think know? Not counting the team. The team's not going to spill it. How many do you think actually know? The athletic director knows. The head football coach knows. The equipment staff knows. So at least now we're up to 5 or 6. We have to break one of them.
How's our promo budget? We can pay players now, can we not? Can we pay somebody?
It's an NIL deal?
Yeah. NIL deal to spill it, buddy. Spill it.
I'm telling you this right now.
Somebody else spill it.
If they do we need the helmet front and center on the show. That's all I'll say.
You can say what you want, but until you see it, that's
good stuff, my man. And we'll see you next week. All right.
How are we going to sleep all week?
Some won't.
Yeah.
We'll take
You
a break.
won't.
We come back. We'll head up to Grand Forks, get an update. UND in the midst of fall camp. Tom Miller will give us the update on what's going on with their position battles, a couple of their storylines as well. When we come back on Hot Mic right after this.